And we're back. This is video number 2 on processing confused. And as you can see, our person is a little bit straighter, and they have their feet on the ground, and they have their support up here, whose heart I forgot to add in, so we'll get that fixed right away. There we go. And the thing is that when we stop being confused, usually there's another emotion involved. And that emotion could be fear, that emotion could be anger, that emotion could be grief. Confusion often is covering up something else that was underneath. So as I was drawing here, this is what started to show up was one who's not exactly happy to have more opportunity for clarity, even though they were asking for opportunity for clarity. And they're feeling a little bit reserved, suspicious, perhaps worried. We can read whatever we want into that, but understand that there are often feelings underneath confused. So here's confused. We might have anger. We might have grief. We might have sadness. It could be anything, but usually they're not comfortable feelings. That's why it was easier to be confused. Once we have some clarity, we'll give them an exclamation point. We can't claim to not know anymore. And that just sucks sometimes. Not always, but sometimes, because not knowing can be a relief. It means we don't have to do anything about it. And really, even if we do know, we don't have to do something. Except oftentimes our values and beliefs say, it's pretty important to address this now that you know. Okay, so we'll give the example of this person was confused about their work. They didn't know what they really wanted to do. And so they just kept doing the same job, and it just kept draining them. And I'm just confused. I just don't know. So I'm just going to keep doing this same thing. Well, now they do know. Let's say they do know that their work is not what they're doing. Their work is the opposite of what they're doing. So they do a desk job. Their work is to be out in public doing interviews and talking with people. Ooh, that it's like, I don't know if I really wanted to do that, because now there's all this discomfort. And we get to learn how to deal with that discomfort. So what form is the discomfort in? Well, I'm afraid of talking to people. Okay, so then the next thing is we ask a question. If we now know we need to talk with people to live into that next thing, what's a baby step I could take to talk with people? How can I move toward that without going back into confusion or overwhelm or anger or any of the other emotions that we could get swamped in? So what's my next step to become confident with speaking with people? That would be this person's question. What's my next step to become confident? Notice I'm not saying to not be afraid, because when we're not afraid, what are we? We're confident. So what's my next step to become confident with speaking with people? And that is the question that we're waiting for inspiration on. What is my next step? And when they begin getting ideas, they can start trying them out. So there you go. That is a way to move through confused. And again, I want you to remember there's emotions that confused is usually covering up. When the confused is gone, those other emotions begin to rise, and you get to begin processing those and asking a question. What's my next step to have the experience that I now know is calling me forward? Got it? All right. Thanks for joining me today.